There is a narration, Ikhwan, upon the authority of Ahmad ibn Nadhr al-Hilali, who said, سمعت أبي يقول كنت في مجلس سفيان بن عيينة فنظر إلى صبي فكان أهل المسجد تهانوه أو تهانوا به لصغره فقال سفيان كذلك كنتم من قبل فمن الله عليكم ثم قال يا نظر. He said that verily, and this is Ahmad ibn Nadhr, he said that my father Nadhr, he said that I was in a majlis, in a sitting with Sufyaan ibn Uyaynah, and he looked at a young boy. He looked at a shab, a sabi. When he looked at that young boy, he looked at him and the rest of the masjid, Ahlul Masjid, it was as though they were making little of the young boy because he was just a young boy. And so they were, as oftentimes the children are treated in the masjid, moved here, moved there, taken out to the front row, moved to the back. And so he saw the young boy and the people were belittling him, all looking down upon him because he was a young boy. And so he recited to them the ayah, كَذَلِكَ كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلِ فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ. That is how you were in the past. And since Allah Azza wa Jal mentions, يَا أَيُّهَا الَّذِينَ آمَنُوا إِذَا ضَرَبْتُمْ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ فَتَبَيَّنُوا وَلَا تَقُولُوا لِمَنْ أَلْقَى إِلَيْكُمُ السَّلَامَ لَسْتَ مُؤْمِنًا تَبْتَغُونَ عَرَضَ الْحَيَاةِ الدُّنْيَا وعند الله مغانم كثيرة كذلك كنتم من قبل فمن الله عليكم فتبينوا. O ye who believe, تبينوا. إذا ضربتم في سبيل الله, if you go out in the way of Allah, upon jihad, then تبينوا, ascertain, be certain, check. ولا تقولوا لمن ألقى إليكم السلام لست مؤمنا. And don't say to the one that conveys salam to you that you're not a believer, seeking something from the life of this world, seeking booty. And then Allah Azza wa Jal mentions, كَذَلِكَ كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلِ فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ. That is how you were in the past. And then Allah Azza wa Jal blessed you. And so Imam Sufyaan, when he saw them belittling the young boy, the child, he said, كَذَلِكَ كُنْتُم مِّن قَبْلِ فَمَنَّ اللَّهُ عَلَيْكُمْ. That is how you were in the past. And then Allah Azza wa Jal blessed you. And then he went on to say, يا نظر لو رأيتني ولي 10 سنين طولي 5 أشبار ووجهي كالدينار وأنا كشعلة النار ثيابي صغار وأكمامي قصار وذيلي بمقدار ونعلي كآذان الفار أختلف إلى علماء الأمصار كزهري وعمر بن دينار وأجلس بينهم كالمسمار محبري كالجوزة ومقلمي كالموزة وقلمي كاللوزة فإذا أتيت قالوا أوسعوا لشيخ الصغير فضحك. He said, Ya Nadhr, if you were to see me when I was 10 years old, he said, my tool, I was 5 shibr. Shibr is probably arm's length or less than an arm's length. I was 5 arms length in height. My face, afwan, the handspan, afwan, ahsan. The handspan is dhira'. The shibr, a handspan. I was probably 5 handspan in height, this big. He said, وَوَجْهِكَ الدِّينَارِ. My face was like a dinar, and I was like sha'latun nar. I was like a flame or spark of fire. He said, وَثِيَابِ صِغَارِ. My thobe was short. He said, وَأَكْمَامِ قِصَارِ. And my sleeves were young. I had short sleeves. He said, and my tail was of a length, ordinarily the tail of his imam, of his turban. وَنَعْلِي كَآذَانِ الْفَارِ. He said, and my slippers, they were like the ears of mice. He said that I would travel and sit with the ulama al-amsar. I would sit with the various ulama from the regions, from the various lands, like Az-Zuhri wa Amr ibn Dinar. like Zuhri and Amr ibn Dinar. He said, وَأَجْلِسُ بَيْنَهُمْ كَالْمِسْمَارِ, and I would sit with them like a nail, sit between them like a nail. Small, little boy. I would sit among them like a nail. He said that my inkwell was like a walnut. If you can imagine a broken walnut in half, the half of the small walnut, that was like my inkwell was like a walnut. He said, وَمِقْلَمِي كَالْمَوْزَةِ. He said, مِحْبَرِي كَالْجَوْزَةِ, that my inkwell was like a walnut, and my pen holder was like a mauza, was like a banana, small banana. He said, وَقَلَمِي كَاللَّوْزَةِ, and my pen was like an almond. So you would have a small ink pot, a small pen holder, and a small pen that he would dip into the ink that resembled a walnut. He said, فَإِذَا أَتَيْتُ قَالُوا أَوْسَعُوا لِشَيْخِ الصَّغِيرِ. He said, but when I would come, they would say to me, make way, make room for the young sheikh. And so, and then he ضحك, and then he laughed. And so Imam Sufyaan, from the time that he was young, ikhwan, he was one that spent his years and spent his time with ilm